everyone, I am Saksham Sharma, founder of Careerkunj and former TCS HR and recruiter. Friends, TCS NQT interviews are going to happen in January. So, for all those who are shortlisted, we are helping students to prepare for interviews from our videos. So, if you are new to our channel, do explore it. You will find so many content about TCS preparation because we are somebody who has worked in TCS and I was in HR. So, I have taken so many interviews, and with that experience, we have made so much content. And now also we will be making daily content about TCS NQT hiring interview preparation. So stay tuned with us to get more content about TCS NQT hiring. In this video, I will answer the comments that we have got in the last video that I have uploaded for the TCS NQT interview preparation tip. So basically, I have got some very good comments and students are asking some good things. So I thought instead of answering in the comment section, let me make a video so that other students who have similar query or who might come across the similar query can get your answers, right? So now in this video, I will go through all the comments one by one and I will answer them in detail. So when you type a comment, response to a comment, so there's always a limitation. So I thought, let me explain it, and I'm sure the questions that students are asking are relevant to others as well. Okay, so let's straight ahead move to the comment section. All right, so one of the student is asking, sir, please help me with this. Is it important to have projects in the resume for a ninja interview? If it is important, then please suggest some kind of project with domain. Yeah. So I think Divya is asking. So again, friends, projects are something which shows the practical application of what you have studied. So ideally, you should do a project in your academic, and I think in some colleges it is compulsory also as a part of the curriculum. They have to do a project, but many students, many colleges don't have it, and the students also don't do it seriously. I have been an engineer, so I know many people don't do it seriously. But yes, projects gives you an advantage in the interview, and project is one thing where the panel asks you the question from the from the first thing, because it's an actual application of what you have done. Now, if you don't have a project, again, your interview is in January, you can do a project now. But again, don't do it as a formality, do it in detail so that you can face questions. Okay, because it is not about just mentioning a project, it is about doing a project and facing questions on that. Okay, so how you can do a project? So there are so many things on which you can make a project. So first, if you are an CSIT student, go for the skill in which you are an expert. Go for the programming language in which you are an expert. Take help of ChatGPT. That will also help you to suggest some projects as per your background. Okay, and I am sure you can do a project within just week, and you have that much of time. So if you do that, you will definitely get an advantage. One of the student asked me, in the comment section, that is it possible to take a new resume because you have already submitted your resume while applying. Yes, it's totally fine. Panels will ask you questions from the resume that you will give them in the interview room. Not they will not download the resume from the system. So you should take 2-3 copies of resume, and what you will give to them, they will take it and ask it from there. So you can update your resume and you can take the new one, because it's completely fine, and they will ask you questions from there only. So you have time to update your resume and do correct it, because resume is one area where the students are doing so many mistakes. So I have highlighted this in some of the videos. But yeah, daily I am taking mock interviews also. So I will be making videos on the resume mistakes that I am coming across. Okay, so this is the answer for this comment. So do have a project, and then those who already have a project, please go through it thoroughly. You have to answer the questions related to projects, because that's in practical area. So in companies, the work happens, in practical. It is not theory. Okay, so that is where the panels will be interested into the more into the practical application, right? So please go through your project in detail, because project will be the first thing from panels will ask you questions from, especially the technical panel and MR panel, right? Okay, so next, sir, I haven't participated in any extracurricular activity in college. What should I do then? So it's very important that all of you see. in a company you don't just do technical work, right? Had that been the case, they would have taken, just with technical interview, selected students from technical interview only. But they want a candidate, they want a student, who can work in the company. And apart from technical knowledge, you should be able to interact with the client. You should be able to work within a team. You should be able to coordinate with others, right? And that is something, where extracurricular activities helps you to build your personality. So interview is an overall evaluation of the personality. Now, if you don't have participated in any extracurricular activity, so take it as a feedback and participate in some extracurricular activities from now. But for the interview sake, think about some extracurricular activities. There are so many events that happens in the college. It could be sports event, it could be culture events, it could be some organizing any function, right? Many functions happen in the college, and you could be a part of the some of the events where you have supported something, so you can mention them. Okay, and think about something. I'm sure you will find something. And if you have not done something really, then understand from somebody who has done something there and mention it. Nobody will check whether you have done it or not. There will be cross questions, of course, but yeah, it will be good because as I told you, MR and HR will be more interested into the extracurricular activity part. तो कुछ सोचो and mention something. If it is not in the resume also, then again they will ask you what you do beyond your technical work, because this is something I always ask. Okay, what beyond technical? And that is where student get blank. So think about something, take help of from your friends, and you will get something to mention. Okay, so this is the another one. Okay, next. Sir, actually, I have not mentioned any section for internship. Is that okay? And also in extracurricular, I participate in bug hunt, treasure hunt, and badminton sports in house college competition. Can I mention that in extracurricular? Yeah. So internships again is about the practical application and to understand how work happens in the company. So if you have not done an internship, today only I was taking an interview of a candidate, and he has also not done an internship. He was for prime category. So there will be a question why you have not done the internship. So you should have a good answer for that. So basically, students say, I was not able to find an internship. And that is not a very appealing answer, to be honest, because today LinkedIn is there. There are so many every platform where you can find the internship. So if you have not done the internship, of course, you cannot find an internship within 1 2 weeks. So find a good answer why you have not done the internship, and then keep your other things strong. So interviews like, if one thing is weak, make others strong, so that you balance that. Okay, so if you have not done a project, then your theory should be good. If you have not done the internship, then your project should be good. It should be balanced, so that the panel have something to impress. Okay, so that you can impress at least with few things, and the other things can be hidden off. Okay, अगर internship भी नहीं है, project भी strong नहीं है, if other things are also not good, you are not getting selected. ठीक है, so now focus on the other things that you have done, so that at least those things you can answer very strongly, right? Regarding the second part of your questions, yes, the extracurricular activities around all the events, treasure hunt, sports can be mentioned. Hobbies are not important to mention in the resume, because you have to fit everything in one page. So you can leave the hobby, but do mention about extracurricular activities. If you have a space, mention hobbies also. But the first question of your interview will be, tell me about yourself. That means your introduction, and that is where you can mention your hobbies. And of course, as an HR panel, I love to know about the hobbies of the candidate, and that is where I ask the questions from. Okay, so hobbies are important. Certainly, there will be questions, and hobby shows your interest. Hobby shows your personality. Don't mention any hobbies like playing video games, because those are not well taken. Otherwise, hobbies around playing, reading are good hobbies. These days people do so many other things also. As long as it is constructive and adding to your personality development, it is good. Okay, next, sir, digital interview का difficulty level क्या है? So for the digital and prime candidates, the interview will be little difficult compared to Ninja. So basically, difficulty level is a subjective thing. There is no difficulty level defined. It depends upon your preparation also. So if I have to say, you should be good, very thorough with your resume. Whatever you have mentioned in the resume, you should be able to answer them. and then you should have done some good projects, and you should be good at coding. They will ask you to write a live code, or write a code on the paper, so you should be able to immediately write it. And then your articulation should be very good. For example, some students are have done a lot of things, but they are not able to speak up rightly. That's called articulation. Okay, so articulation is the most important thing, where you are able to explain what you have done. Okay, and many students fail to articulate, right? So articulation is something where you should focus that whatever you have done, so do it a practice that try to think of questions from your resume, and then try to imagine that you panels have asked you a question and you have to answer it, and then try practicing answering, and that is where you will be able to articulate that. For example, if somebody asks you what is Gen AI, right? So you know what is Gen AI, you are using chat gpt and other tools, right? But Gen AI, I have asked so many candidates, this is in real experience I am telling you, but the articulation of what is Gen AI, very few students are able to do it. They are just say it is chat gpt, or it's artificial intelligence. No, it's a technology, it's which creates content out of artificial intelligence. Okay, so that is the right articulation, and you have to articulate it. Okay, many students write about IoT in their resumes, and when I ask them what is IoT, blank, right? They are not able to explain what is IoT. Sometimes I say explain me in a simple language what is IoT. They have done a project, they have done a certification, but they are not able to articulate what is IoT, right? So articulation is very important. So difficult, it will be completely based on your resume, and as long as you are able to justify everything and you are able to articulate properly, you will be able to crack it. Mostly student fails when they are not able to defend their project, not able to defend the core languages they have mentioned. And again, if the communication and other things are weak, that is where they are degraded to ninja or rejected. But otherwise, yes, it is not very difficult. With prime, the expectation is little high. The prime candidate, P for prime, I say P for prime, P for perfect, right? So you should be a perfect candidate if you have to crack for prime. So keep on working on every aspect, both technical and the personality, the MR and the HR part. Usually I have been telling this, students are good in technical. I see the resume these days of so many students, full of technical things, but other things are missing, and which are very important again. One more thing, I have told this in my earlier videos also. So we have created an ultimate interview course in which we have covered everything that is required to prepare for the interview. Like I mentioned about the articulation part, and other things about MR and HR part especially. So everything, all the MR related questions, HR related questions, how to articulate, how to understand the recruiter mindset, everything has been covered in this particular course. I recommend you to go through it, uh, because see, your interview is very important, and again we have kept the price very low. And if you get even one input from this, it will help you to avoid a mistake which you can do in your interview, right? So I have made this course out of my experience, and I have given my best to cover everything that is asked in the interview. Okay, so it will not be an expense for you, it will be an investment. And as a mentor, I will suggest you that you should be completely prepared for the interview. Don't think it like I'm selling it. Of course I'm selling it, but yes, it is a good value addition that will help you to get more understanding about the interview. So that's a recommendation, rest is up to you. We are anyway making videos to guide you from YouTube as well, but yeah, this is a very detailed one, and you will get the complete roadmap about preparing for the interview again. And this has been made not from theory but from actual recruiter experience. Okay, so this is about the digital and difficulty level. Next, so I didn't receive any result from college, but other student got it. Is there any chances getting now? I got survey form before for TPO and so I don't think so, because the mail is sent to the all the college students, at the same time, and you can check with your TPO. The TPO also get the list of the students from the TCS team, and if you have not got it, so check it with TPO. If he has, it is also not with the TPO, then there are less chances, right? Next. Sir, I have here TCS it will interview in batch in June month after I have received mail for okay. So TCS mails are out for 25 long back. If you have not got it, you can assume you are not selected because it's quite long time now. Okay, so they must have closed everything by now. So you can assume you are not selected. Okay, okay. I am from EC department. Can I mention any projects from electronic domains? Absolutely, yes. You are an EC student, you will do projects in EC, right? But yeah, and EC is very much, a part of IT because there are so many IoT based projects and there are so many, customers. There are so many customers from different domains where the electronics is very much used, and that is where the EC projects will be very, very useful. And I have taken a mock interview of EC candidates. So go to our mock interview list and you will find a mock interview of EC candidate, right? So do refer that, and it covers the EC questions that are asked in the interview. But yeah, you should also know different latest technologies in IT also. So though you are an EC student, of course you should have expertise in EC, but at the same time you should have understanding of the IT and the latest technologies as well. So for known CSIT student, it is important that you understand IT and you are able to explain the latest technologies, and if you know one programming languages, it will be an added advantage. Okay, so yes, you can mention EC. Okay, next, sir, is there any chance of selection if student has less than 6% marks in graduation? No, because TCS is very strict on their criteria of 60%. So for TCS NQT, the eligibility is 10th, 12th, and graduation more than 60, and they will not compromise on that. Even the 59.99 is not allowed, right? For the gap, 24 months of gap, if it is 25 months, 26 months, 27 months, 2 3 months gap can be still be considered as okay, but not the percentage. Several students have been rejected before, because of this criteria. For BSc and BCA hiring, it is 50%, but for all the other hirings, NQT and MBA hirings, it is 60% throughout 10th, 12th, and graduation. 60% or 6 CGPA and above. So even if you have 6 CGPA, if the equivalent percentage is less, that is fine, but it should be more than 6 CGPA. So that will not be considered. Okay. So I uploaded my resume. I have already answered this. You can take a new resume now. Okay. निंजा रोल के लिए क्या पढ़ना चाहिए सर? I have made interviews, sorry, videos on this in the past also. I will make another one, but just to answer shortly, in the interview for ninja role, the expectation is not much. Again, be good with one of the programming languages. Be good with the commonly asked questions in the interview, like OOPS concepts, basic SQL queries, and then you should have one good project, be thorough with that, and then mention about your internship, what you have learned from there. So from ninja candidate, if you have one good project, one programming languages, and understanding of the latest technologies, basic understanding of latest technologies, and if you have an average and above communication, it is good, right? So at least one programming languages, I think you should know in detail, and you should be able to write some basic code, and you should be able to cross answer the cross questions on that language, and the famous questions that are always asked in the interview around OOPS concepts, around SQL, around you know AI, which is trending now, and about TCS as well. TCS is another area from where the people will ask you questions. So yeah, and you basically should be able to justify your resume. So make a good resume with whatever you know, highlight them, and go through it, and you should be able to answer it and defend it very well. That should be enough for cracking ninja interview. Okay, and I think I have made an interview, I have made a video on ninja interview, uh, particularly, so you can check that in the playlist, and give me some time and I will make a interview particularly for ninja as well. All right. Okay, so I think I have covered all the comment sections. And these are the really good questions that you've asked. And do let us know. Do ask us more questions. From your questions, we will make more videos that will help you to know your query, and at the same time, other students will also get benefited from them. Okay. So I wish you all the best, and give your time for the interview preparation. Interview is not something which should be taken with less sincerity. Okay, I know it's a year end time, but yeah, this one particular opportunity can change your career, and we are with you in this journey. Okay, so give your best here. Thank you so much.